Who stole the spatula?
Well, I know, but there's a lot of ammunition. You know what I'm
This is the server your mom was using. Now it's back.
Speech! Speech! So my brother got married today. It's a happy day. Hopefully I won't cry like I've done a few times in the past 24 hours. So marriage is my grandma talking again? Marriage is truly something to cherish. It normally only happens 2 or 3 times in someone's life. I heard that recently and I thought it was worth sharing. So. I'm Alex, Jimmy's older brother, and the favorite and most beloved son. My brother asked me to be his best man a few months ago, and Jimmy does this thing when he's apprehensive. And so if you're talking to him about something, significant with repercussions, then he doesn't always do it, but he'll have his hands in his pockets and arches back and big deep breath, and most notably, and pay attention next time you talk to him, he'll rock back and forth on his toes and his heels, right? And people do it, but Jimmy, he does it more and more as time goes on, so it's hilarious. So he was asking me to be his best man. I was in Blacksburg at the time, so it was over the phone. So I couldn't see Jimmy, but even if he was sitting down, his feet must have been going and moving around like crazy. Because he asked me, he says, Alex, I was wondering if you would be my best man for my wedding. And what he was clearly thinking was, Alex, I was wondering if you would just not say anything in front of all my family and friends, and just not plan any kind of bachelor party. And I accepted the offer, and here we are today. And I get to give a speech. So my little brother is getting married before me. And I'm just going to say what each of you are thinking, and that's, marriage, getting married first, it's not a competition. It's not a race, right? No one's getting a big shiny trophy for getting married first. In fact, I bet a lot of you were glad there's no.
Screwing the whole thing, I'm sorry.
I would bet a lot of you are thinking that, Jimmy, what are you doing here? You're settling down. Giving up on a life that you could have. You're not following in your brother's footsteps. You're waving the white flag. You're throwing in the towel. And I want to stop you right there. And I want to challenge you to instead, you have the possibility that this might be a good thing. So let's roll with it. Let's see how it goes. All right. So I'll let you guys in on a little secret, and that's how they fell in love. And I don't even think they know this. It's kind of silly, but it came to my mind. I've been paying attention, did some calculations in the head, and this is kind of what happened. So they went through this period of time, a little while before they were engaged, when they were watching the spree of Walt Disney movies. Okay. And those classic animations, they pull at you. They're emotional. They really get you going. They're good, right? So it was common for me to, come home, drive home at the end of the day, pull into the driveway, and I would see Anne's car parked there. And I would see the faint glow of the television coming in through the windows. So I'd get out of my truck, I would pull out my hazmat suit, put it on, go to the front door, open the door, let all the fumes out, and walk into the familiar thick cloud of pheromones. And sure enough, Anne and Jimmy would be sitting there on the couch, watching one of these movies, another one of these movies, in a complete trance. And to their defense, when I started watching these movies, a few years old, at my babysitter's, sitting on the floor with building blocks, whatever I had, an adult comes and pops in one of these movies, and you're going from the emotional intensity of putting a block on top of another block to, bam, flying on a magical carpet with a mermaid over castles and rescuing talking lobsters. It's a lot, okay? And so my point is, and please don't get offended by this, if I had watched half as many of those movies as they have, with a cactus plant sitting beside me, immediately the next day I would go out and buy the biggest diamond ring in the store because I'm going and proposing to that cactus. So this isn't to say their love is not real. I think it is. I have reason to believe it is. They show it in their actions. They will be apart from each other for 2 hours, and it's as if they're apart for 2 decades. And it makes you want to throw up. A few weeks ago, they were, let's see, Jimmy was at a work meeting after his normal work hours, and he didn't have his phone on him.
Come on.
maybe I shouldn't say. Okay, so Jimmy was one. Anne was trying to get a hold of him. Jimmy was not answering.
He was dead.
He was dead. Jimmy was not answering his texts or phone calls, and Anne was simply beside herself. The world was in chaos. We're getting phone calls at the house, everything. So, but Jimmy comes home, right? Anne is also. I think she was at the church. I think she was supposed to be sitting. I think there was probably a sermon going. She was not where she was supposed to be. She's trying to figure out where Jimmy is. Anyway, so Jimmy comes home, and he simply says to me, "Yes, there was a meeting at work, and he didn't have his phone on him." But lo and behold, sure enough, Anne comes screeching in the driveway, comes in through the front door and into Jimmy's arms, and they're finally together. They're in each other's arms, just standing there in the foyer. And I was right there in the next room, right beside them, on the couch, just watching this whole thing. And they're standing there for I don't know how long, standing there in the foyer, they're finally together, right? And they must have been there for an hour. And this has happened multiple times, okay? That's really the emphasis on this. But they were there for so long. I don't know how babies are made, but if I had to guess, I would say that did the trick. There's kids here. I'm sorry to bring that up. Kids, go home and talk to your parents about how So all joking aside for now, at least I'll try to. I'd like to share some things that I mean genuinely. Please, okay. So Jimmy is the kind of person that I would describe as a man of integrity, and I mean this sincerely. That more and more I applaud the man who Jimmy is becoming. This year has been a year of considerable change for our family. Our dad died, and our sister died. And Jimmy has done well through the storm. And I'm sure that our dad would be proud of him. And with our family, through these trying times, has been this girl, and with her hard work and her caring heart, she has been a beautiful blessing to our family. And I want to not cry and get through this, but I want to give my sincere appreciation to Mr. and Mrs. Carr for bringing up such a daughter as Anne. She's actually wearing the bracelet that I gave to my sister for my sister's wedding. There have been a few moments in the last few weeks, the last few days actually, that have really pierced me to the heart. One of these moments was on Christmas Eve, and my mom was was helping Anne try on some of these clothes that my sister had left behind, and it was I mean, picturesque. It was in front of Christmas Eve. It was in front of the Christmas tree, the fireplace, and it just, I mean, I happened to be nearby, and I saw this happen, and I saw this smile on my mom's face. Another one of these moments was it was a couple days ago, and I bought Anne a blouse for a Christmas gift, and so she went and tried it on, and she came out to show everyone, and we could hardly see her because Jimmy, in all his romantic elation and joy, was covering his bride-to-be in hugs. And these moments brought me to tears. So this year, I had the pain of losing a sister. And this year, I've had the pleasure of gaining a sister. And thank you for becoming my brother's companion, and welcome to the family.
Amen.
Thank you guys. Yeah, please. Eat the cake. Eat, drink, and be merry.
Jimmy, can I get you for a picture?
Yeah, me too. Trying to get through.
Left it. Yeah.
So you're not going to make your purchase here.
I know it's recorded, so I'll have to break all the phones. How are you doing? Yeah.
My sister. What did you think about the weight loss?
Yeah, good way to.
Okay. I don't know exactly how far it is, but I know the voice there, but I don't know. I'm trying to like, I